Good evening. How's everybody doing? Obviously not drunk enough. All right. Everybody here watch a lot of TV? Yeah? All right, good, good. Otherwise these jokes won't make any sense. I watch an exorbitant amount of TV. In fact, so much that I know the commercials about as well as I know the TV shows that I watch. I'm sure you're all familiar with the boat, or not the boat, like the shake weight commercial. You know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm not talking about the female ones, though. You know, they're like, oh my God, feel the burn, woo! Now, I'm talking about the men's ones, you know, the ones made by Bowflex. You know, the one where the guy looks like he's exercising and having an epileptic seizure, you know. Oh, yeah, that's it. Like, seriously, like what guy is behind that camera, like, watching that, turning to the producer going, man, this is a good commercial. There's no sexual windows in this thing at all. We should show this to kids, you know. And of course they have that disclaimer, you know, saying, you know, if you don't feel it in your chest, abdomen, and arms, we'll send you a full refund. Motherfucker, if you don't feel that in your chest, abdomen, and arms, you jack off too much. Seriously, when you reflect on what you do in your life, that shit is serious. They also have the Philips Lifeline alert commercials I'm sure you've seen late at night. You know, the, I've fallen and I can't get up. You know, so like you wear this like pendant, and if you fall down, you can press it or what the fuck ever. Anyways, they say this shit about, they say, you know, even if you've fallen down and can't press the button that's literally hanging around your neck, we'll still know that you've fallen down. How? Like that's some creepy ass shit. Like how do they, like they're not there, you didn't press the button, how the fuck do they know? Like are they Santa Claus or something? Like, you know, they know when you are sleeping, they know when you're awake. They know if you've fallen down or not, and if your hip needs to be replaced. Hey, Philips Lifeline, Philips Lifeline, oh, Philips Lifeline, Philips Lifeline. They'll help your grandma not die like a turtle. We also have those wonderful fast food commercials. I particularly like the McDonald's ones, especially for the chicken nuggets. I liked when they came out and they're like, you know, get a 6-piece chicken nugget, now made with all white meat. Now made with all white meat? What the fuck was I eating before? No wonder my balls dropped in the 5th grade. I grew facial hair in the 6th. Goddamn! It's like Jason Giambi juicing up on fucking poultry. I also have all those travel commercials. Now the summer's coming up, we'll be seeing those. You know, go to exotic places, you know, like Idaho, Mississippi. You know, then they have these commercials. Oh, this really does suck. There we go. Just had to hit it hard enough. They have these commercials to go to Mexico. You know, and they're like, come to Mexico. You know, see things you've never seen before. And they have slogans like, you know, a cave in the middle of a desert, Mexico. You know, or a church on the top of a hill, Mexico. You know, that's not really what I think about when I think about Mexico. You know, when I think of Mexico, what comes to my mind is, you know, a blind American girl being abducted and used as a drug mule, Mexico. What? Okay, good. All right, good. She's not going to tell me after this shot. Well, maybe this guy. Anyway. Speaking of Mexico, I'm originally from Houston, Texas, so I know a lot about Mexico. I'm my neighbor. We recently had in Texas our Texas Independence Day, which is the day when we beat Mexico. Or as Mexicans like to remember it as the day that they're constantly reminded of when they truly lost their U.S. citizenship. No, that happens in February, and February is really a crappy month, in my opinion. You know, it's shorter than every month, even with the extra fucking day. It's usually a frozen fucking tundra. And if you're white and it's your birthday like me, it's even worse than usual. Because even though it's supposed to be your special day and everything, and you know you're supposed to be cherishing your birth and everything, you're reminded on the news and through school. Hello. You're reminded on the news and school every day that through Black History Month, because you are white, you are a horrible, horrible, horrible person. And there's also that day in February called Valentine's Day. So if you are single and white, not only are you a horrible, horrible, horrible person, but you are a lonely, horrible, horrible, horrible person. Speaking of black people, since there's none here, fuck it. No one's gonna shake me out. Speaking of black people, I'm sure you've seen all the dating commercials, you know, like J-Date and Christian Mingle or Baba Link. You know, I want to hear your voice. You know, those creepy commercials. But I also came across the blackpeoplemeet.com. I believe you're familiar with this, sir, huh? I bet you tried to get on, right? You know, they kicked your ass right the fuck off. Hey, this motherfucking cracker here. No, there is. There's blackpeoplemeet.com. And it got me thinking, like, you know, like, white people couldn't do that. Like, there could be, you know, like, whitepeople.com. You know, I think they tried it. It was called a lynch mob. But, like, this would be the most racist shit ever. Like, you know, like what would be the slogans? Like, you know, like, whitepeoplemeet.com. Start a rally. You know, or like, you know, whitepeoplemeet.com. Like the saying goes, once you're white, you're always right. Thank you guys. I'm Chris Wren. You've been amazing.
Yeah.